Hey traders, Mike from MS100 here with you. I do want to let you guys know before I get started in this weekend video that the weekend equity basket is out on the website, and hopefully we could have such a good week like we did last week this week. There are some nice trades setting up there, and I do have them posted in my thoughts on the trades. In tonight's video for the weekend edition, I'm going to go over the longer term charts on the S&P 500 and show you what I'm taking a look at and get some possible targets and pivot areas on these charts. So let's jump into them, and then if I have some time I want to go over Morgan Stanley and Yum because I had those as questions, so let's go. Alright traders, here we are, monthly chart of the S&P 500. Now I am watching two levels on this chart. As you see before, I was talking about this 1007 level, and I'm going to show you in here where I got it from. I actually got it from this candlestick right here. Last November was the high, 1007, and as we're closing in here, that was July, we're going to start a new month for August. I'm looking for some type of level of 1007 to be resistance, and if we break through it, then the 1007 level will act as support here. And a more longer term target, if we can continue on this rally, somewhere around this 1105 level is going to actually come back into play here. You notice it's coming into play here on this candlestick, which was last September as the low, and we do have some monthly support back here, back in 2004 actually. So we are taking a look at that monthly support there and the low there back in September as possible resistance on the upside. Now this is a nice area here because we do have this 20 period moving average that is starting to slope down, creating some necktie support. So if we get up into anywhere this 1100 level, there's going to be a lot of resistance above us, so we will be watching that. Now I'm going to pull up the weekly chart and show you what I'm taking a look at for on the weekly chart, see what's happening here. Alright, here we are on the weekly chart. Not sure if this is an inverted head shoulders pattern yet, but it could be, and we could have a nice little breakout of it here. The only thing I don't like about this inverted head shoulders pattern is I would like some kind of more of a shoulder to be formed here, whether that means us coming back down and testing this downward sloping 50 period moving average or the 20 period moving average. That might help us form a little better pattern there. But what I do want to key into here is, again, this 1007 level and these stochastics. I love when the stochastics do come into overbought. They sort of dip back down into not overbought and come back up and push up to new highs, which we are doing right now. So I do think we have enough energy to get up to this 1007 level and possibly break through. And if we do that, this is going to be a nice little breakout here. And just some points to watch is the top of this candlestick over here, this big white one around 1044. So that's where I'm looking at on the upside if something like that does come into play. If we do break this 1007 level, somewhere around this 1044 level will come in next into play on the longer term charts. It would be nice to see a pullback, but I think we can get one or two more weekly bars pushing us higher before we do get a pullback looking at this longer term chart. But then again, we could actually drop down next week, so we don't really know what's going to happen yet. We are just watching these levels on the upside here. I'm going to pull up the daily chart as I did go on Friday and make a video on the daily. I just want to review the daily chart here. Alright, here's what we're looking at on the daily chart. We had a nice inside day here on Friday. Also a doji. Showing some indecision in the markets. I did like how he sort of like pulled back here, kind of went up a little higher. I do like the inside day pattern as a continuation move here. Maybe get some more move to the upside, get these stochastics over here to cross again. Not really paying attention to too many other indicators on the daily chart here other than the volume. The volume hasn't been that good recently. It is the summer months. So, but the key levels here, I'm looking at 960 and 1007. So that's where I'm looking. Actually, it's not 960, it's 955 and 1007. That's where I'm looking at for buy and sell levels here in the market, and to dictate which way the market is going to go in the next couple days. I didn't have enough time in this video to review Morgan Stanley and Yum. I'm going to do that in the next video that I'm going to put out here. Hopefully I can get it out before the HBO trifecta comes on tonight. Other than that, traders, come check out the watch list on the site. It was great last week and